Hello and welcome to episode 3 of Sports Talk with Chris. I am your host, Chris Linney, and today we are going to be talking about Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final. We're going to preview Game 4 of the NBA Finals, and we're going to talk about a little rivalry weekend in the MLB. The Red Sox and Yankees are facing off against each other in Boston, and the Giants and Dodgers are facing off against each other in Los Angeles. So let's get started by talking about Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final. This series has been nothing short of just pure adrenaline, just incredible hockey we have seen throughout the past week as the Oilers have tied the series against the Panthers, the third game in this series that has gone to overtime after Game 3 was an absolute dud. Game 4 was an instant classic. The Panthers jumped off to an early 3-0 lead. Well, not really early. The first 11 and a half minutes of the game were scoreless. And then Matthew Tkachuk got 2 goals within the span of 5 minutes. And then Anton Lundell made it 3-0 Florida to go to the end of the first period. And then the second period began and the Oilers kicked it in gear. 3 goals in the second period for the Oilers. So they retaliated in that second period, scoring 3 goals, one from Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. The other goal was scored by Darnell Nurse. And the third goal was scored by Vasily Podkolzin. And then in the third period, Jake Wallman, the former Shark, gave the Oilers a 4-3 lead. And then with 19.5 seconds left in that third period, Sam Reinhart ties the game for the Panthers, who has been awesome so far in the Stanley Cup Final. And then overtime was just a back and forth battle until around 8.5 minutes left when Leon Draisaitl scores his fourth overtime goal of the playoffs. It was absolutely incredible. What a game we had yesterday in the NHL. And now for the NBA. We have basically Game 4 of the NBA Finals today, obviously. The Pacers have a 2-1 lead in the series over the Thunder. Both teams are looking for their first ever NBA championship. Tyrese Halliburton has been absolute nails for the Pacers. He has been fantastic this entire series. But we got to throw it back to Game 3 where Ben Mathurin had 27 points and they shut down Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for the most part in that game as well. The Oklahoma City Thunder looked very rattled in the fourth quarter of that game, but it was all or nothing as the Pacers won that game by 9, and they are staying in Indiana for Game 4. It's going to be an awesome game. That game will be tonight at 5:30 Pacific time on ABC. I am excited to tune in. I will most likely be watching the game to some capacity tonight. And then in the MLB, we've got a pretty big weekend ahead of us in the MLB. A couple of really fierce rivals going at it this weekend. The Red Sox and Yankees are duking it out for the second time in as many weeks. Game 1 is tonight, Game 2 is tomorrow, and Game 3 will be on Sunday afternoon, as all 3 of those games are pretty crucial for the Yankees. Not really so for the Red Sox because they've been kind of a midsy team this year, but the Yankees have been very good. And now this is probably the biggest series of the season so far in the major leagues, as the Giants and Dodgers are going head-to-head this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday, tonight, and Saturday are night games, and Sunday is also a night game, as this is Sunday Night Baseball, the Giants and Dodgers for this week. Today is going to be a pitcher's duel. Logan Webb, who has been absolutely on fire for the Giants this season. He has been fantastic on the mound. He is going up against Yoshinobu Yamamoto, who is the Dodgers ace this season. And then Saturday, we got a pretty fun pitching matchup. Should be a lot of walks on Saturday because we got Landon Roop on the mound for the Giants. And for the Dodgers on Saturday, it is going to be Clayton Kershaw, the 36-year-old veteran Kershaw, who has been in the major leagues for the past 16 years, potentially his final season this year. We will just have to wait and see. And then on Sunday, it is Kyle Harrison for the Giants, who has been very good since becoming a starter after Justin Verlander went down with his injury. And for the Dodgers, it'll be Dustin May, who's been more of a bullpen guy throughout the past however many years since he's been in the league. And that is pretty much it. There's nothing really new in the NFL, so that's going to wrap things up for this a lot shorter episode here of Sports Talk with Chris. Wanted to talk a lot about the Stanley Cup Final, which has just been amazing. Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Final is going to be on Saturday night or tomorrow night in Edmonton. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be so much fun. I am super, super excited for Game 5. Also, Game 4 of the NBA Finals, which is going to be tonight, and the Giants and the Dodgers, which is going to be taking place throughout the whole weekend. Tonight, Saturday, and Sunday. So, that is it for Sports Talk with Chris this week. Next week, we are going to talk a little more about the NBA and the Stanley Cup Final. And we are also possibly going to talk football and baseball. We will see. But until then, I would say, keep watching sports, everyone, and have a great day.